Hey guys, welcome back, and today we have the new cards here with the new selection pack. We have been waiting for the dreaded conspiracy, and we want to answer the question, should you buy this pack or shouldn't you? We have three new archetypes represented in this deck: the Dark World, the new Dark World cards, the new Labyrinth cards, and the new Trap Trick cards. I've already made videos about the power level of two of the three decks, which are Trap Tricks and Dark World, which I said to both of them that they are not that strong. I stand behind this statement. I think those decks, those archetypes are not super strong, and we have Labyrinth, which will be one of the best decks. That is quite nice. So let's talk about the pack. You want to get these archetypes here. Of course, if you want to get Trap Tricks, I would say you don't need to buy this pack here. You could also just craft the cards, because we get the Penguin Cooler, we get the Atipus, and these you need one Atipus, one Penguin Cooler. This is totally fine. And then the other ultra rare, the Traptralizing Tune, you don't need. What you do need is this super rare here, the Traptrix Solotea, but you could also craft this. So if you want to make the Trap Tricks deck, you definitely should buy the secret pack, because you need triple Sarah, and Sarah isn't in here, it's an ultra rare. Or if you already have the other Trap Trick cards, I think you don't need to go for this pack. It's not worth it. There are not enough Trap Tricks cards in here that are ultra rare to warrant buying this pack. It's not the same thing for Dark World though, because you would need 2 Grapha, you would need 2 of these Grapha and 3 Rainbow. So I think going for Dark World would make sense here. You have 3 cards that you need multiple copies of, so you could definitely argue Dark World if you want to play the deck, which I think is not that strong without the hand loop portion of the strategy. I think you should, or you can definitely get this pack. Keep in mind though that it's expensive, and you also would need cards from the secret pack. And then we have Labyrinth here, and we have Lady Labyrinth, the new card, and the big Welcome Labyrinth. We also get a reprint of Lovely Labyrinth in here, and we have stuff like the Field Spell, but it's a super rare, so not that important. And also we have Muckracker, by the way, which we weren't sure that we were getting, but it's quite nice for the Dark World deck, also quite nice for the Labyrinth strategy. I definitely will run 1 or 2 of these here. But for the Labyrinth cards, we also have the new secret pack, so let's take a look at it. But you can be assured I already have calculated whether you should buy the new secret pack or the selection pack. So it's quite nice that in the new secret pack you already have the new cards, the Lady and the big Welcome, and there's also Welcome and the Lovely. So let's talk about this. We have 7 ultra rares in here, and there are 13 ultra rares in the selection pack. So let me just tell you when you should buy this to get the Labyrinth cards and when you shouldn't. In my case, I shouldn't, because I already own 3 Welcome Labyrinth. You need 2 until 3 of these, depends on the type of Labyrinth deck that you're playing. You need 2 or 3 of these. You need 1 Lovely, which I already have, but it doesn't really matter because it's in here and it's also in the selection pack. And then of course you need 3 of this and 2 or 3 of this, depending on the type that you play. If you do not own any Labyrinth cards at this moment, it makes more sense to buy this here, because you have 4 cards that you can get out of 7 that you will need at least 1 of. And keep in mind, secret packs always have a 50% chance of either getting one of these ultra rares or a random ultra rare. So you basically have to pretend that in this pack there are 7 more ultra rares, because you can get a random ultra rare. So basically in this pack there are 14 ultra rares, and in the other pack there are 13 ultra rares. But this pack has the Welcome Labyrinth, where the other pack doesn't have it. So if you don't have the Welcome Labyrinth, it makes more sense buying this. If you have the Welcome Labyrinth, then if you want to buy a pack, it makes more sense to buy the other one, because in this case you only have 3 cards that you could get, and the other pack also has the 3 cards. You have a little bit better of a chance to get these in the other pack. But keep in mind that, for example, the Ariana, which you also need 3 of, is in here. It's a super rare, it's not in the other pack, but I mean, it's a super rare, you can also craft it. Also with the Field Spell, you need 1 of these. I think it's also in the other pack. So in case you already have the Welcome Labyrinth, for example, you can pull from the other pack. If you don't have any of the Labyrinth cards, go pull from the secret pack. It's better then, in terms of odds and of percentages. So what do I think about the new pack? I think it's quite nice. Not the best pack we had, and keep in mind that we will, with it's extreme likely that we will get Kashira next. All the cards that were in the leaked animation, so they put in animations in the game in an update, and we then saw which cards will get animations. For example, this one has one, Grapha has one, and also this one has an animation, and all the cards now are in the game that were announced to have an animation besides one single card, and that is Kashtira Arisart. So it's pretty safe to assume that we will get a Kashtira next. So if you are low on resources and not really interested in one of these archetypes, or maybe you just say, okay, I need 2 of the Lady, 3 of the Big Welcome, then you can also just craft these, to be honest, would maybe be more cheap. So if you really want to go for Kashtira and you are low on resources and you are not really interested in these archetypes here, keep also in mind the Dark World and Traptrix is really expensive. Labyrinth, not that expensive. It's alright. You can basically play Labyrinth without many of the extra deck cards and still be good with the deck. But yeah, keep this in mind. Kashtira will probably come next, and if you want to go for that, then maybe save your gems. This is not the best pack, but obviously if you like to play Traptrix or want to go for the Dark World stuff, then go for it. Especially Dark World, Traptrix, I already said I wouldn't go for it. Just craft this, and then you are fine. Just craft this 3 times and then this 3 times. But in that case, also you need 1 or 2 Traptrix gardens. So maybe in that case, it depends on what your stance is on super rares. In my case, I'm always like, okay, super rare resources I have plenty off, so I don't really care. I'm not pulling from a pack because of super rares. I think that's a waste. You only should pull from a pack because of ultra rares, in my opinion. But if you are low on super rare resources and maybe you are saying, okay, I want these cards, but I don't want to craft them, then okay, sure, then go buy this pack and maybe you get some of the good super rares in here. It's not a bad pack. It's not a super exciting pack, and that's it for the review. Should you buy it, should you not? And in half an hour roughly, we will see each other playing the ladder with the new Labyrinth support cards. I hope you liked the video. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and activate the notification bell. This helps out a lot, and we will see each other in the next one.